Kolot Assam mix kune kinibo. Etu eta though India is a federal government, we have these problem of language and areas and states. So we came out with neutral brand which can be sold all over the country. So these are similar products but branded in a different way, acceptable to a larger audience. So this is the second stage of my baby food journey, which I started in an ethnic way, in a localized, geographically limited areas, and then I started with neutral brand names to go in a larger area. Understood the logic behind it? Why Assam Mix, Assam Bhim was again rebranded as different products with Prosum and Procilite. Again an innovation, right? Eku nokorilu, okol brand name change korisu, so that more people accept it. Now, further development of the product in the same line. Fit Bhim. Assam Mix, Assam Bhim was only for children, only for babies. We wanted to enter adult segment. We wanted to enter adult nutrition segment. So we came out with a product called Fit Bhim, which caters to each and every age bracket. It's a ready to eat 25-gram food in a packet. Just mix it with water and drink it. You have a full stomach. So this is the problem. This idea came last year in COVID actually. You know, I was actually thinking that during lunchtime, office or jua homer, mane office or thakule time na thake, or you are in the market, or you are on the go during the lunchtime. You don't have time to stop and eat. So you wanted an instant food, you know, which is healthy, which is giving you protein, which is giving you adequate amount of calories. So this is Fit Bhim. Kola khar. মইতো নাজানিছিলো আঠিয়া কলৰ বাকলি কেইটা সব পেলাই দি আছিলো সো মোৰ লেবাৰ বিলাকে খাৰ বনাই ঘৰ লৈ গৈ আছিলে সো মোৰ মেনেজাৰে ক'লে sir why are you not selling it, it's just going waste, the laborers are taking it, there is a huge demand for khar and the urban population are not making it, they want a ready version for this. So we launched this khar in the same traditional way khar is made all over the state, and we're selling it online. The other day, 2 women came from Delhi to my office, Asmi's women staying in Delhi, and they said, sir, we are distributing your khar in Delhi, we want some more discount. That's what they came to my office from Delhi to tell me, that we're buying it on Amazon and we are getting it in MRP, we want discounts. So we offered them distributor price because we do not have an offline distribution in Delhi. So this innovation wasn't mine. It was an idea which came from my team itself. You know, my team gave that idea, sir, make this. And then the market got created, of course, and it's going to grow day by day. So I can talk about many products, but I don't want to talk more about it. It has to be demand based. If you want to know more about my products, then you can, of course, mail me or talk to me. This is Fit Soya. Then these are snacks we do. The noodles, instant noodles, some of the products are there. We are selling it on Amazon and Flipkart, as I showed you. And the government schemes. So till now, all well. All you've known what I do, what I've studied, what I do, and this is the business. Now, I want to really know 5 minutes, 10 minutes of interaction. What do you mean by business? Anybody? Investment is difficult. It scares that investment logale poisa ahibone ghuri. So you're not getting investment, right? So investment, the fear of investment, the fear of loss. Anything else? The fear of no guarantee of money. Loss is beleg, but ultimately you didn't even make money out of doing business, right? So that is also fear. So that these are a lot of fears with business. What do you think business can make you more money than salary can make you?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Right. So you have, whether you want to do business without any risk. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. We go through the same thing every day. You know, every transaction we do, we have a fear of loss. Every transaction we do, we have a greed of extra profits. You know, that is of course there, you know, ultimately business, and you're not just making money for yourself. You're making money for the entire ecosystem, right? As a businessman, you know directly and indirectly how many people you can impact. So, for example, I have a noodles manufacturing unit. I'll just explain you why business is so important. I have a noodles manufacturing unit. There are 500 people directly employed with me in my manufacturing, right? So let's talk about how to identify an idea. Anybody here? Anybody has any idea of any kind of business he wants to do? Let us build from there. Any idea for any business? Be it as small as possible. Yes, please. Management of e-waste. Wow, fantastic. Love the idea. Love the idea. And anything more on that? Have you thought more on it?
Sir, lack of proper infrastructure to extract the materials from the electronic junks, and lack of proper skilled people in the locality who can work under the institute to extract the.
What's your good name?
Tanushri Chakrabarti.
Which batch or which
Chemistry honors.
chemistry honor? Second year?
Yes, third semester.
Third semester. Fantastic, Tanushri. Thank you so much for sharing. So, segregation of or collection of e-waste and extracting any valuable minerals out of that, right?
Yes.
Or you also want to refurbish and sell it back?
Yes.
You want to refurbish and sell it back? All right. Any more ideas? We'll build on our idea. Let's see how we can process that idea further. Yes, please.
Like SMS dresses are not very famous. Like we can also use the material like muga sari. The material we can use to make like modern dresses like tops.
All right. Modernization of local silk products. Right? Fantastic idea. Lovely. I have a friend who sitting in Guwahati, sells 200 saris every day on Amazon and Flipkart. He was one of the proud sellers of Amazon, and Amazon made TV ads of him selling sari on online. So daily 200 saris, Asmis. Silk. Yeah. Low cost ones. 1200, 1500, daily 200 saris. It's amazing what he has developed. Sitting in Fancy Bazaar, he still sells from there only online. All right, any more ideas? So we have this Muga touching on ethnicity. We have a complete extreme end refurbishment of e-waste. Let us have some basic simple business models, please. The boys, we've got 2 girls, man, come on. The boys here. No business idea? First generation business entrepreneurs. So most of the businesses in India are family businesses, are second generation or third generation people who've taken it up. In USA, first generation businesses are much more, because they started this incubation culture. What we are doing today, they started it 35 years back. That is why you have Mark Zuckerberg, that is where you have Larry Page, that is you have the founder of Microsoft and everybody, because these incubation initiatives, these talks happened there long back. So India will also have a lot of first generation entrepreneurs for sure. So you would say that, sir, I am a third generation entrepreneur. So my forefathers came to Assam around 150 years back. So my friends at times tell me it was easy for you to do business. I was like, fine, I've been blessed with it. Blessed with the ecosystem of my family. The products which were developed, of course, were new, but the ecosystem of business was there. You understand ecosystem? The family backing and the culture of business was always there in the family. But then I actually inquired with my grandfather's eldest son, my eldest Saudi, that how did you start business when you came from Rajasthan? Right? Because he was first generation then. Right, so there is a first generation in every business. So now if you two take a business, I'm sure, are you from business families? Both of you know, right? So I asked them, how do you started your business? You just came from Rajasthan to Dibrugarh, ferried. How did you do that? Would you like to know the answer? Yeah, need to be louder. Yes, sir. All right. So he spoke that we used to buy one carton of matchbox, one sack of rice, two of us load it in a cycle and sell it in Dikkam in tea gardens. So that's how that first generation entrepreneur started his business as traders. What are they? They're traders. They bought rice from the mandi, for example, bought rice from Fancy Bazaar or the 80 road in Dibrugarh, where all the wholesalers are sitting there, provided a service to the tea workers, tea garden workers, by supplying them rice and charged the premium for that. And that's how they grew. One of my friend's father, he started as first generation by making candles at home. So all businesses, what you see today, could be multi-crore, could be multi-billions, could be anything. But they all started at somewhere very, very humbly, at a very small room or a very small area. So at this stage, what you really need to think is to start small, but start niche, have a problem solved. So that's how you will start a first generation. All of you here, I would wish all of you to start first generation from a very basic minimum idea. I was actually thinking when this talk came to me that let's make a read up later, because the ecosystem for that is still not developed. Because you need to be much more skilled first to identify which mineral you want to take from which electronic device. Then you will be able to find a skilled person to that. So I'm sure that you're not very sure that what will you get out of a CPU, or what will you get out of a laptop, or for example an old CD player. Have you identified that by now? No, sir. So before finding skilled people, it is very important for an entrepreneur to skill themselves, right? So I am a part-time nutritionist now, because I have skilled them myself to make nutrition products. I know if you give me 5-10 cereals and tell me that make a product of 500 kilocalorie and 20 gram protein, I'll tell you a formulation. Right? So a basic knowledge of any business you need to first understand yourself. Because then the people you employ will never make a fool of you. Right? But then you don't know it yourself and you employ the skilled guy, what will he speak? You will not get it and he'll make a fool of you. There are numbers of businesses which has collapsed because of this. So you need to have a basic little knowledge of any idea you've thought. First you need to research yourself. Ours is the first BIS approved lab in Assam, in Northeast in fact. So, I went through the whole process of learning how to set up a lab. Because you don't have skilled manpower here, right? This was 10 years back. So you'll never have skilled manpower. So you need to skill yourself and then teach it. And teach to the people who are here. Build that local ecosystem. So Muga Silk, where do you start from? Any ideas in your head? We'll take 5 minutes to build your business model here, so that everybody else can think of how to start. So she has an idea. The idea came about what is the problem you are seeing in this idea? Now, you must have identified a problem to come to the idea, right?
Famous, like it's very beautiful. The silk is very beautiful, but all over India it's not very famous. Like they know it, but they usually don't wear. So why I came up with the idea is I can design it in such a way that it's modern and it also touches ethnicity.
Right. So basically is that a problem? How many of young generation would wear a Muga silk if it is not Saraswati Puja? Or if it's not Durga Puja? Nobody would, I think. You would? Very nice. In what form? Sari every day? Or you would like a salwar suit or a top of Muga silk made? Sorry?
Not like a sari, but
Different ways. But do you have that option in the market? No, that is the problem she has identified.
Diversification of the product.
Diversification of the product, basically. Yes. So she has identified the young ones want to wear it other than the puja days, but they cannot wear sari every day, right? So that was the problem, to modernize Muga. To contemporary forms. Contemporary is the current form basically. So this is the problem. Everybody agreed? Yes, please. All right. So now the problem is there. The idea is that let us make Muga in form of, give me 2-3 products we want to make Muga with. A top. Girls, come on. Or the boys, what do you want girls to wear in Muga? Kurti, right. So the products. So this is the problem. Now the products. What is our product line? Product line. Kurti. More products. One product will not work. We need 4-5 products. Come on. Long skirt. Nice. More products. Any products for men so that the store can have both men and women clothes. Muga shirt. Won't it? Last. Sorry? Chunni. So let us start with 5 products. We cannot have lot of products because every product will need lot of investment and lot of inventory, because you just cannot make one piece. So every product you'll have to make some 10-20 pieces and then go to the market or list it on e-commerce. So you have identified the problem, the idea, the product. What comes after product? Now you've identified the product. Now next, what you want to do? You want to manufacture it? You like to manufacture it? Yes or no? Yes. All right. So etia poisar kotha hai bolna manufacturing. Etia to investment lagibo. Etia loge to investment lagana hai. Was there any investment till now? Just the time investment of thinking. Okay, now we'll need money. So let us think of a model which does not need money here. Hindustan Lever, all job works, no investment. Alright, so a business without investment. So do I have 10? So our criteria is we will not invest money. Zero investment. Any ideas how can we do it? No? Come on, speak up. It could be right, wrong, doesn't matter. Okay, where do you want to sell it? How do you want to sell it? Let's go backwards. How do you want to sell it? Social media, Instagram, fantastic. So, social media. Instagram. So your selling model is that you would post the picture on Instagram, you will get an inquiry and you will sell it. Is that all okay with? Everyone's fine? Can it be sold like that? Instagram does not take money, do they? No, they do not.
But sir, it's not applicable for all because some of the accounts have very less followers.
Right, so you don't agreed, absolutely agreed. You are not an influencer. You are not an influencer. You do not want to pay an influencer to market your product. You are your own brand ambassador. Every one of you is a brand ambassador of your product. Right? I am a brand ambassador of the products I showed you. I hope you will buy FitBeam. FitBeam is available on? Thank you. FitBeam is available on? So you need to be a brand ambassador of your Instagram profile. I'm not using anybody to sell FitBeam. I don't spend a single penny. So you're a brand ambassador of your own product. Once you launch it, you'll have to wear it. Do I eat Maggi? Do I hate people who eat Maggi? Yes. So business is ruthless. There is no emotion. When you talk about business, you do not talk about Gandhi. You talk about Churchill. You talk about Napoleon. You talk about Genghis Khan. You talk about East India Company, they are the largest businessman in the world. Right? Do you talk about Gandhi? Do you talk about Martin Luther King? Do you talk about Nelson Mandela? Any business book will not quote you these people. So, let us sell this product without any investment. So, social media, Instagram does not take money. You can sell it on Meesho. You know what is Meesho? Wow. wow. So, it's a very interesting model, Meesho, reseller. It's growing amazing. You guys are already entrepreneurs. You know Meesho, right? Meesho is what? Building entrepreneurs out of you. You select a product on Meesho, sell it to your friends on WhatsApp. Is anybody doing that?
Oh,
Fantastic.
we have.
Fantastic. Why are rest not doing it?
Sir, accessories and dresses for both men and women and footwear.
Miso. Very good.
Let's clap for her actually. Please introduce yourself.
So myself, Kongi Hakuria. I'm from Zoology Department, AC first sem.
Very nice. Congratulations. So we can sell it on Amazon, Flipkart, etc. So there is million of opportunities or sales. So our sales is settled. You know, these ones will not charge you upfront. Tate list koribo poisa na lage. But if you get an order, they take a commission. That is okay. Is there any problem? They are charging a commission and giving you the money. So your investment is zero. Amazon is not asking you give me 1,000 rupees per product to list. Is it asking you? No. Meesho is not asking you. Instagram is not asking you. Your selling site cost is zero. Now the only challenge now comes is production. Right? So sales is done. Production. So how can we produce this without investment? Ideas, boys, none of the boys have spoken till now. I'm so disheartened. Alright, can I pinpoint if a boy would say? Will you get up? Okay, yes, please.
We will take the order advance money.
You will take the money advance in order, but why will somebody give you? But this is a very good idea. Advance money for order. But then if we are choosing social media as our buyer, then they will not give you advance. Advance will only come if you know somebody personally. Right? That you have a friend in, for example, Shillong, and he said that I want Muga shirts. So you will tell him that give me 50% advance, I will get you Muga shirts. So 50% will be your cost. So you've already paid to the weaver 50% money, took the shirt, gave it to Shillong and take the money from him and make 50% profit. But everybody may not have a friend like you, right? So we'll sell it to a larger audience on social media. But you have a valid point, we can take advance from the buyer. Most of the companies do that. They take advance. The low cost investment businesses, they take advance, manufacture and then sell. So advance is one way. If your friend can give you an advance, very good. If they cannot, what is the next option? How do you produce? You do not have money, we have zero money. We have a place to sell, we have an idea to produce. We need the goods to sell now. Alright, so let's think about it that where is this sarees made? Sualkuchi? Anywhere else? Only Sualkuchi or Guwahati no bone? Bone? Ma'am, teachers are saying Sonapur, she is saying that it's being made. So you basically visit the manufacturers. Our one industry body I am part of, Finer, his president of Finer also makes the yarn, and now he's got into making, he's put handlooms and he's making Guwahati sir is one of the state-of-art manufacturing facilities for yarn.
Yarn manufacturing plant.
Yarn manufacturing plant. Now he started weaving. He's making the high-cost gamosas now. So he's very deeply hurt with low-cost gamosas which is coming from Surat. So now he's taken up the traditional work of making gamosas and he wants to get into stole. He's making the stole already with silk and he wants to make. So there are people who are actually doing this, but they are not able to sell. Pobitroda is not able to sell, right? Because these are a little expensive, right? So a little niche market is there for that. And they need brand ambassadors like you to sell. They need brand ambassadors like you to sell, who are more social media active, who are on Instagram, who have friends, who are fashionistas, who are friends who like to post photos on Instagram. So the whole textile industry, the new generation, the old generation are not able to sell to the new generation. That is why they are still making saris. Because they don't have a mindset to sell shirts or kurtis. So that is where you come in. So the other way could be that you, rather than going to the buyer, this is going to the buyer, you go to the seller, the manufacturer. You go to the manufacturer, tell him that give me 5 shirts or give me 5 kurtis. You go to Swalkuchi to the weaver, tell her that duta banai diyo paido, let me try sell it. Either she gives you on trust, or she gives you on the watch you're wearing, or she gives you on your school books, or she gives on a trait on a shah. You know, you have all the abilities to convince her getting 2 shirts without money. How many can do that? 1? You cannot convince her to give you 2 kurtis. Let's have more hands. How will it convince me to give me my watch? It's digital Huawei. You can do that, right? It just takes that extra effort. That coming out of comfort zone is what we call. Right? Do you understand what is coming out of comfort zone? Can somebody explain coming out of comfort zone? It happens every day in life. No? I'll tell you what is coming out of comfort zone. So you sold 2 shirts. Now you have greed. You want to sell 5 shirts. You can easily sell 2 shirts every day. But you need to come out of comfort